morning, it's Christine Crutcher from Create with Christine. Thanks so much for joining me today. Today I am going to do a little farewell to the 2021-2022 annual catalog. So if you have it in front of you, if you want to grab it and follow along, I did do a video a couple days ago where I went through and talked about page by page everything that was retiring or carrying over. So you can check that out on my Facebook page at Create with Christine or on my YouTube channel, Create with Christine. I'm actually going to keep the camera at my face today. I'm not going to move the camera down at my hands at all because I'm not actually going to do any new creative projects. I picked about 30 samples from my samples that have some sort of retired product on them. And then I picked out 8 stamp sets or bundles, some punches, some embellishments that are all retiring that I wanted to talk about. So I'm going to keep this pretty short. I do have a family commitment this afternoon in Rhode Island, so I have to keep this pretty short because we have a little bit of driving to do today. So let's just jump right in. I have a basket of samples. There's about 30 of them in there. I have a pile of stamps in front of me. I think I have like 8 stamps. I have 10 punches in front of me, some embellishments, some dies, an embossing folder, some ribbons. So a bunch of stuff has been selling out. I actually looked at the list yesterday and planned ahead a little bit and had to cross a couple things off my list. So there are things selling out. Those of you that have texted me, I think I responded to everybody that's asked me questions. But if you are waiting for an answer from me for something, let me know. Like I said, I do have that family commitment today, so I'll probably be away from my email for a little bit, visiting with family that I haven't seen in this part of my family. I don't think I've seen them since 2019. I was trying to rack my brain. It's a birthday party, 75th birthday party for somebody, and I was like, I don't think I've seen this leg of the family since 2019, which is just crazy. So, hey, good morning, Janine. Thanks for tuning in. Speaking of birthdays, happy belated birthday. I think I missed it. It was a couple days ago, I think. So, hope all is well with you in the Midwest. So, why don't I just jump right in? I'm going to go in page order. So, I'll try to just shout it out while I'm there if you want to follow along in the catalog. So, starting on page 11, is retiring is the Beautiful Trees dies. Now this one kind of threw me for a loop because the stamp set is carrying over, but this is the die set. There are 9 dies, and I use this a fair bit. I just used it on a card, the accordion card I just did, was it a week ago? So I used the dies here, and I have a couple other samples. Oh, you're welcome so much. Here's another one with the tree and the label. I really like this one because it's got labels. So I'm sorry, I am like a broken record. I love dies that have labels. So this one was just like a Z-fold. Sorry, I have a little bit of glare. It's sunny, but it's still chilly, and it has a little label. It's hard to tell, but it's white on white. I'll zoom in a little bit. Page 32 is Sweet Ice Cream, and that is going away. I'm so sad some of the ones that I love are going away. So it's a photopolymer stamp set. Awesome, because you get the ice cream toppers and bottoms and the little popsicles and then all the little sentiments. And then it has the coordinating punch too. So the ice cream punch is going away. And of course, I am home. Yeah, I'm not hitting the road for a little bit. So good morning, Celine. Thanks for tuning in. This one was really fun. I think I remember Celine doing it. She turned the little ice cream cone topper. It was a little teddy bear face. And then the cone was like a party hat. So that's a really fun bundle, and it is going away. So let me show you a couple samples. I have some of these are swaps. So if you're watching and you made this card, sorry, at least I'm featuring it as a swap. So I think I've had some of these for a while. So there's a cute one. I just got this one from Karen, and it uses the Tilt-A-Whirl dies. So she put, let me see if I can do this. She put little different things It's hard to do it when I'm like this way, so let me do it this way and show you. There's a little sun, and there's a little ice cream cone top. This actually would be cute. I wish the birthday party I was going to was for a female. It's for a male, so I needed kind of a masculine birthday card. So super cute with the tilt-a-whirl dies. So the tilt-a-whirl dies, I believe, are carrying over, but the ice cream cones are retiring. Oh, and I have a couple more. I really liked the ice cream cones. I really like punches, and then I go back and forth between punches and dies, but I have a lot of customers that just love their punches, so I do like to use the punches a lot. So I think this was one I did for Casing Tuesday. I'm a big fan of Breyer's mint chocolate chip ice cream, so this was the inspiration for this card. And then I think I have one more. Because I just sent this out 2 weeks ago, so I just did a swap. And I ended up doing the Neapolitan thing, like strawberry, chocolate, vanilla, with very vanilla. So the ice cream cones are retiring on this, but the painted labels, embossing folder, and the scallop contours dies are carrying over. And I believe the polished dots, I used the polished dots, sorry, it's in plastic, so it's hard to see. The polished dots, embellishments, I believe those are carrying over too. Okay, so the next one that I have is page 37, Daisy Lane, and it is here's the stamp set, Cling stamp set, 9 stamps, and then it coordinates with the Daisy Punch. So let me show you that too. It's the Daisy Punch, it's Daisy Punch, but I know I kind of sort of call it the large Daisy Punch. So this bundle, this stamp set and the punch are retiring, but of course the medium Daisy, so it's a little bit smaller, that one is staying with us. Hey, good morning, Sandy. Thanks for tuning in. And then I actually just made this card. It was, I'm in a stamp club, and this was one of our stamp club projects, probably from a couple months ago. I just did, well, I think I missed like 3 months in person with the pandemic. So this one was a card that was part of one of the packets I had. I put together a bunch of card packets yesterday, and I did the Daisy with the smile. So I just thought it had like a stamped, the original card had a stamped image where the Daisy was, so I just did the punch instead. Packets are no good if they're not made up, so I tried to make some cards up. I'm actually also running an incentive right now, so I'll talk about it at the end, about my incentive, because if you place an order this week by March 31st, I'm going to send you a bunch of cards as a thank you. Punches are great for new card makers, crafters who might not have an embossing cutting machine. Yes, absolutely, and I'm sorry I can't read the rest of it. Let me look. If you see me looking down, I'm trying to look at the comments really quick. Yes, that is so true. So I'm going to talk a lot about punches, so you'll see why. I have a lot of punches in my arsenal just for that reason, Janine. Just because they're great for new crafters or people that don't want a huge investment into the cutting and embossing machines, for sure. Page 43 is Sweet Strawberry. So here's the stamp set, photopolymer, 16 stamps. And then, of course, it has the coordinating punch. Where is it? Here it is. The Strawberry Builder Punch. So I'm so sad. If you know me very well, you know that I absolutely love strawberries. I'm actually so looking forward. How many weeks are we to go now? We're like 3 weeks to vacation, and I'm so excited to be down south because they get their strawberries now because it's so warm and their crop is different. So I'm so looking forward to having like fresh strawberries down south because I have a farm about 10 minutes away from me in Tingsboro, Massachusetts, a great fruit farm, but we don't get the strawberries till like mid to late June depending on the weather. So, I need my fresh strawberries. You're a punch lover all the way. Yes, absolutely. I agree too. I mean, I used to do kind of like, I do a stamp club every month, and I used to call it like the punch of the month. That's how I built my stamps, over the course of years of going, every month I would buy a punch because it was about like the minimum that we had to spend. So, good morning, Elaine. Good morning, Amy. Amy, I'm so glad to see you on and watching. I just saw something that you were hospitalized, so happy to hear that you're on the mend. So great to see that. I'll respond to you later. Oh, Sweet Strawberry. I made this card for Casing Tuesday a couple weeks ago. Dee, if you're watching the replay or you're going to tune in later, Dee had given me the idea to use the paper. I think it might have been Celebration paper. I can't remember if it's Celebration paper or not. This one's the Valentine, but she kind of had said, that's kind of like strawberries. So I made this card for Casing Tuesday with the strawberry punch. And I think it's one of the Valentine stamp sets that's in the mini catalog. So, oh, and here's another strawberry one. I knew I made this one recently at Stamp Club, and I couldn't find it to save my life yesterday. So, here's a cute one. This ribbon in the Just Jade with kind of like the gold is also retiring. Super pretty. And this has got the Hive 3D embossing folder. I think that one's carrying over. So, super cute with the Sweet Strawberry bundle. Okay, so let's continue. Page 50 is Handsomely Suited, I guess. Sorry. So this is a great masculine card. I kind of wish I had a birthday card with this one for my birthday boy that we're going to a party for today. So this one's got all the ties and the cute sentiments. And then, of course, it has the dies that coordinate, suit and tie dies. So you get 14 dies with all the little doodads that go with the ties. So let's see, I could find one sample in my arsenal. Hey, good morning, Tammy. Thanks for tuning in. So this one was a swap. I think it was from my friend Mary in South Carolina. So it's kind of like a fun fold with the little squares on a diagonal to look like diamonds. So this one's pretty cool. I might have to, figure out how to do this fold and recreate this with something else. So stay tuned for this. I found this in my samples. Was like, that's kind of a cool fold. So let's continue on. Let's see. Page 59 is All for Baby in the baby clothes dies. And I know some of my customers got this because some of them were doing scrapbooking for like when their kids were younger. So it's a really cute stamp set and dies. I do not own it, but I have a couple swaps. So this one, I had two swaps, and I'm sorry. One of them was Celine, I think, and one of them was Sue. So here's a really cute one with a little teddy bear and with fresh freesia. I think this one may have been Celine's. So super adorable. And then here's one, I think this one was Sue's. Really cute with a little clothesline and some ribbon, and Sue's down in North Carolina. So one thing is awesome about our team is that we're kind of scattered all across the country, and we do an optional one-to-one swap. And we do it monthly, like we're very consistent. So if you are building your wish list, and I'm going to talk at the end very quickly about some of the price increases. There are a lot of things increasing in price, but I don't want to scare anybody. Some of the things are like 25 cents, 50 cents, $1, and then there's some bigger ticket increases. But the price increases go into effect May 3rd with the new annual catalog. And then shipping, there's a shipping increase going into effect. That's going into effect April 1st, and that is not an April Fool's Day joke. And I'll talk about that stuff at the end. I want to get through some of my samples and just see where I am with time. So, oh, you're in New Mexico. Oh my gosh, you're up really early. So, your daughter's still sleeping. Yeah, typical. Okay, let's continue on. Page 61, Sweet as a Peach. So I really use this one a lot. I loved it from last summer. Sweet as a Peach stamp set, photopolymer, and then it has the coordinating dies. So I have a bunch of samples because I did a class with this one. Here's the peach dies. So super, super cute. some little flowers and the peaches and stems and kind of floral, a little baby label. So let's look at my samples. I think a couple of these, well, at least one of them's a swap. I think this one's a swap from my friend Robin in Georgia. Hey, Robin. Hey, good morning, Dee. I was just mentioning you a little bit ago. So let's see. This is actually a gift card holder. Let me open it up really quick. I made this with the ombre gift bags. I believe those are retiring as well. So this is kind of like a little gift card holder where you can have a little insert. And I believe there's an insert in here. I thought there was. Maybe there's not. There is. A little insert can come out so you can write a little message or glue dot a gift card holder. So super cute with the peach dies and the stamp set. And then I got a bunch of samples. These were a class that I did last summer. And you can make the peaches different colors with sponge daubers. So I think I did, I'm going in the Wayback Machine a little bit here. This is almost a year ago. So pale papaya, and then I sponged on a little bit of Calypso Coral. And the same technique here with the coloring with the sponge daubers on the peaches. Oh, can't wait for peaches too. I'm getting hungry, everybody. And then this one kind of showcasing more of the designer paper with a little tiny peach. Okay, so those are my peach samples that I brought out. So moving along, oh, happiest of birthdays. I really love this one, and I did a class with this one not that long ago. It was in November, private class. I think I did a class that maybe I published it to everybody. So just an awesome birthday stamp, just 4 stamps. It does coordinate with the stitch rectangle dies, and those are going to be staying. So I have my cards really quickly. Beautiful peach card, yeah. These are cute as well. Scallop contours and the painted texture embossing folder, some gold. I did gold with these. I remember my friend Donna saying, they're so girly. I need boy cards, masculine cards. So I have to remember that. Don't make them all so girly. But this one I married it with the little, the medium Daisy Punch. Hey, good morning, Robin. Thanks for tuning in. But these were just like a really simple card class. This one we actually made 8. So 4 designs. Oop, that was all of them. 2 of each. So that was a really fun class with that set. Let's see, the next one is Elegantly Said. I'm almost through all my stamp sets that I wanted to talk about. So Elegantly Said, oh, this one's retiring, and it's one of the only ones that we kind of have in the font like this with the sentiments. So I kind of wanted to talk about it, and feature it. I'm just going to take a sip of tea. So it has the elegant tag punch that coordinates. So I have a few samples. Sorry, when I show these, like you're seeing my background in the punch, so it's kind of funny. Oh, that's my door. That's funny. So let's show some samples. I think I have a couple samples with this. I used this one a lot in the beginning when it first came out. So with the tailored tag dies, those are carrying over. But you can I just stamped and added some sentiments. I think this was an In Color Club project. So I haven't got there yet, but yes, I am going to do an In Color Club again. If you're watching and wondering, yes, I'll do a paper share again. Yes, I'll eventually do a BOGO again, but BOGO probably won't be till like the summer. Paper share will be in May. Here's one. This, I think, was a swap. I think Celine may have made this one. So this kind of has the paper. So I'm not going to really talk about the designer paper, but all the designer paper in the annual catalog is retiring. So that's very typical of every catalog. So if you're watching and you might not already know that, here's just a simple one very simple with the punch and just a little bit of embellishment. I believe this is a metallic pearl. Those are retiring. They're in my pile here of embellishments. I really love them because they're gold and silver. So if you have somebody who likes silver better, if you have somebody that likes gold better, This one was a swap, I think, from my friend Jerry down in Louisiana. So, hey Jerry, we're going to be coming to Louisiana in a few weeks. So excited. We haven't been since 2019. So, we were annual. We went to Louisiana annually since 2002. So, it's been 20 years since we've been going. But obviously, like, I think we only missed 1 year. And then, of course, we have missed the past 2 years. So, here's another one. I think this was a swap with the Elegantly Said bundle. Okay, oh, one more. This one may have also been in Color Club. I can't remember. This is a very simple, or may have been Casing Tuesday as well. Simple layout with a little bit of designer paper. And of course that designer paper from the Wildcats is retiring. So let's see. I'm getting there. I have one stamp set left. It's Sweet Farewell. This one is on page 84. And I haven't seen that many projects with it. I wasn't surprised to see it on the retirement list. 9 stamp sets. But I think it actually would be really cute for scrapbookers or memory keeping too, because it's kind of got the little luggage and the camera. So you could stamp if you do memories and more, or like the page. Or if you do 12 by 12 scrapbooking, traditional style, either one would work. So I did make a sample. I think this one was for Casing Tuesday with this little, I think this sample was when I was really like craving to travel and I wasn't traveling. So my trip in a couple weeks is going to be the first time I'm on an airplane in like 3 years. So I'm a little nervous, I will admit. So, I have a bunch of punches in front of me. I have a few more samples. Why don't I just go through some of my samples? I have, there's a stamp set, page 85, Back on Your Feet. And this was one sample I found. I know I have another sample from my friend Lori in Florida, but I couldn't find it. I found it yesterday, but then I didn't think it was retiring. And then I was like, oh, that one is retiring. So this is cute. We just added a little bit of color onto the little turtle. I think this one was with chalk, with the chalk pastels with a blender pen actually. So I might do that technique again. It's been a little bit since I did that technique. And then this one I think was a swap from Sue in North Carolina. It's Badger Besties. And I think the sentiment might be from another set, but the little badger is definitely Badger Besties. So this is cute. It also is with the rainbow glimmer paper. And I believe the rainbow glimmer paper is retiring. And I have one more sample, and then I'll talk about some of the punches and embellishments. So this one, the bundle is not retiring, but the embossing folder and the ribbon that's on this card is retiring. So the ornate floral embossing folder and then this flirty flamingo ribbon is retiring, but the ladybug is staying. So my basket is empty. So let's talk about, I just showed the ornate floral, but here's the ornate floral. See how well loved this is? I have a little square basket that I put like all my dies and embossing folders in. So this one's probably my favorite one that's retiring. So you can see how well loved the little paper has gotten, because I throw away the little plastic that it comes in, but I saved the little paper liners. So, all right, let's talk about some punches. I think I showed about 4 punches that were part of bundles, but there's a lot more punches that I love that are going, so I just pulled them all out for fun. So tailored tag, I use this one a bunch. I used it recently to show banners. So if you have like paper that's like 2.5 inches wide, you can actually use this punch to make banners. So that's pretty cool. Of course, the cat punch. On my husband's side of the family, we have a lot of cat lovers. So, of course, I do love using the cat punch for projects for them. And the pine tree punch is retiring. So this one coordinates with Perfectly Plaid, and that stamp set already sold out. There's a lot of the Christmas ones already sold out. So there are a ton of stamps that already sold out. The little snowman builder punch. This guy's really cute. he's also pretty scratched up, so I think he got a lot of love over the years. Everyday label. Just love all the different label punches. Sorry, you're seeing my door and stuff in the shadow here of the punch. But love this one for different sentiments. It just seemed to fit, like every sentiment would fit in there perfectly. And then the detailed trio punch. I probably should have used this one more, but it's great to round corners. It has a little, the little kind of oval is kind of like to put a ribbon through. So, and then the little 3 kind of flower one is kind of just, it can make a decorative edge. So this one's great because obviously you get 3 punches in one. So those are some of the punches I have in my arsenal that are going. Let's talk about, I only brought out a couple ribbons. So 2 of the ribbons I have in my arsenal that are retiring. This is the Real Red satin. It's so pretty, and this one's going. So great for kind of like Valentine projects, love projects, but also for Christmas, if you're the traditional Real Red, red and green projects. And then this one I was surprised didn't go last year. It's the Flowers for Every Season. Let me take it out of the plastic. It's a little bit hard to see, but it has kind of like the Just Jade gingham and just a white ribbon. Sorry, I'm not getting like a great view here. And then the twine, it has the Misty Moonlight, the white and the silver in it. So I've used this one a bunch. Of course, another one where you get 3 for the price of 1. So you're getting 3 ribbons for 1 price. So that's some of my ribbon and punches. Let's look at some of my embellishments. I took a lot of embellishments out. I'm running a special. So if you shop at the link below, I will add it after I'm live here by March 31st at midnight. I'm going to send you an embellishment from my stash, a full one, and 5 cards as a thank you. So with that, I'm going to put a link with a host code embedded, and you have to spend $35. And then the thank you packages will ship the first week of April. So some of the embellishments retiring are Gilded Gems. This one is really cute. It kind of has a gold, and I think it's supposed to be mint macaron, like a light green. But the colors kind of look different depending on what projects you put them on. These are the blue adhesive back gems, and these also, you know, I feel like they've worked with a lot of the different blue projects that I've done with them. That one I'll do at the end. The Gilded Gems, these are kind of gold. I use these on the happiest of birthday cards. So a lot of the embellishments are going, a lot of the punches are going, but there's a lot of new stuff coming. The metallic pearls, I talked about these earlier, but I just love these because they come in silver and gold in the same little package. And the in color jewels. This one always burns my bum a little bit. Stampin' Up if you're watching. These colors are actually not retiring for another year, but they retire the embellishment. And it did this last year too, and I complained about it. They have a little complaint section not complaint, I should say. They have a little feedback section where you can send feedback, and that was one of my things. Why, if the in colors are good for 2 years, and you come out with an embellishment with those in colors, why don't you just keep the embellishment active for 2 years? So, and the holiday rhinestones, these ones are great. I used the cherry cobbler ones up on a class, I think, but they come in different colors, kind of navy, and I don't know the colors. I need to start putting the colors on the back, so when I'm live I can talk about them. And these ones I do have the colors on the back. So these are the Artistry Blooms, and they're really kind of more like iridescent. So they come in Calypso, Coral, Coastal Cabana, Mango Melody, and Rich Razzleberry. But I find because of these are kind of a little bit iridescent, they do work with some of our other colors. So these are the Artistry Blooms sequins. So those are retiring. Okay, I got through everything on my table, which is like a miracle. So let me talk a little bit. Ooh, I'm pretty tight on time, but I'm just going to talk for a few minutes. And products in the annual catalog that are retiring. I know this says April 2022, but the end date is 5/2. So it's May 2nd, but nothing is guaranteed. So everything is while supplies last that is on the last chance retirement list. So I know I texted with a few people this morning because they were asking about placing an order. So I'm happy to place an order for you. If you need help, reach out to me and I will try to get back to you as soon as possible, because while you're waiting for me to get back to you, things could actually sell out. Let's see, shipping increases and price increases. I wanted to talk about this really quick. Actually, before I do that, I should also just go back to if your wish list is over $100, there are a bunch of things that are actually on sale. Somebody who reached out to me wanted, I think, 2 embossing folders and 2 sets of dies, and I think they were all reduced in pricing. So there's a bunch of things on sale, so check that out as well. And while you're making your wish list of things that might be retiring, if your wish list goes over $100, I am going to advise you to join my team by purchasing the starter kit. It's $125 of merchandise, but you only pay $99. And you can also get free shipping on that one-time order, and you just pay sales tax. So, for instance, one of the price increases is the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And I'm just going to look at my notes really quick. It is currently on sale for $48 through this week, March 31st, 2022. The current retail price without that sale is $60, and it's increasing to $63. So if you are looking for a mini embossing machine, now is the time to purchase it, because it's the best deal right now at that $48 mark. And you could actually get some of the dies so to get to that $125 if you are interested. Just let me know if you're interested and we can crunch the numbers. I am happy to do that, because when things are on sale, we try to get as close to $125 as we can. I had like 2 girls sign up in November, and we got them to like $124 and change. I think both of them, or maybe one of them, we got right to $125. So crunching the numbers can be challenging when things are on sale with weird amounts. There's a bunch of things on sale like ending in like 80s. So, you know, 580 or something like that. So, and I'm not great at math. I use a calculator. So, anyways, price increases effective May 3rd. There's a bunch of things only going up 25 cents. So I did make a list yesterday morning, and this is probably not all inclusive. I had seen one list that had maybe 15 items on it, and my list had like 40. So 40's a lot, and it's scary, but again, 25 cents are ink refills, the little, I got them right here. So the little ink refills for your ink pads, they're $3.75, so they're going up to $4. Dimensionals are going from $4 to $4.25, and I'm not going to go over all the prices. Just know some of these things are only going up 25 cents, 0.25, sorry. 12 by 12 cardstock assortments, the 6x8 variety pages for the memory keeping, the take your pick putty refill. There's a bunch of things. Most of the things are going up by 50 cents, 0.50. 8.5 by 11 cardstocks, ink pads, blending brushes, Stampin' spritzers, designer series paper, silicone craft sheet, paper trimmer blades, the chamois, cutting plates, specialty plate those are for the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, the stamp cases, the 6x8 album if you do memory keeping, the thick white and vanilla cardstock, and the 12 by 12 white and vanilla cardstock. And there's a bunch of things that are going up by $1, and again, it's not a huge amount, so just to point those things out are the adhesive sheets, some of the blocks varied in their price increases, because some of them I think were 50 cents and some of them were $1. Paper snips are going up $1. The rhinestone basic jewels and basic pearls are going up by $1. Stampin' Scrub, the block caddy, The Pick-a-Punches, oh, so happy to see my favorite one there. The Banners Pick-a-Punch is carrying over. The base and the die plate pack for the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And some of the punches, like the punches that are $18, are just going up by $1 to $19. And then there's like a bunch of things that are going up more than that. So the bigger ticket items are the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, the big machine. It's going up by $5, which is not that much, $120 to $125. The mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, like I mentioned, it's going up by $3 from $60 to $63. And these are US prices, so if you're watching this and you're in Canada, or in different parts of the world, you'll have to see their pricing. And again, the mini is on sale through March 31st, 2022 for $48. The stamp pad bundles, and what I mean by that is you can buy like a color family of all the stamp pads for that family, like Regals, for instance. Those are going from $67.50 to $72. The ink refill bundles are going from $33.75 to $36. That's like buying the little bundles of the little refills. The block bundle, that one's going from $71.50 to $76. And then the heart punch pack, that one was one that I saw that was going from $34 to $38. So that is some of the price increases that go into effect with the new annual catalog May 3rd, 2022. And then shipping is going up April 1st, 2022. So it will increase to 11% or $7.95. And I can tell you that Stampin' Up! I don't think they've increased their shipping prices in probably 10 years. So it's phenomenal that they've been able to hold off as long as they have. And just to give you a price for US, that would be if your order was $72.31, your shipping would be, if it was $72.31 or under, your shipping would be $7.95. If it goes over $72.31, your shipping will be 11% of that amount. So let me know if you have questions about that. So I think that does it. I was on a little bit longer than I planned to, but I will get this loaded up to YouTube. So if you're watching the replay on YouTube, thanks for tuning in. I will post the link below of where to shop. If you shop by May 31st on that link and spend over $35, I'm going to send you a full embellishment from my stash and 5 thank you cards. Well, 5 cards as a thank you from me. So if you place that order and you want birthday cards, or you want thank you cards, or you want get well cards, shoot me a message and let me know what you prefer. So I will try to accommodate with cards I have in my stash. So thanks so much for tuning in. Excited to see my stamping friends at 3. I'll probably be in the car heading home, I hope. So, or I will be late to our team meeting this afternoon. So if you're watching this and you're available at 3 today on Eastern on Zoom, let me know ASAP, because you can join our team meeting as my guest. If you are thinking about purchasing that starter kit right now or April 1st, you can actually pre-order new products from the new annual catalog before it goes live on May 3rd. So have a great week. I will be back next week at same time. Bye, everybody.